In California, the police are investigating alleged sexual assault accusations against legendary R&B Motown recording artist Smokey Robinson. Tyrone Bowman live. Let's get ready to go to the video. You know, if these alleged accusations rather against Smokey Robinson are true, then there's going to be a lot of coverage from the media regarding this. I don't know what's wrong with the brightness level on my camera. It's not my fault. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. And I'm going to proceed anyway. So let's go straight to the video. Let's talk about it here on Tyrone Bowman Live.
Smokey Robinson. We have an update on this living legend, Smokey Robinson. My mother loved his music. Police investigating Smokey over assault claims. Pretty explosive ones, too. In an update, Motown legend Smokey Robinson is under criminal investigation in connection with a sexual assault case filed by 4 of his former housekeepers in Los Angeles. The report from NBC News. Spokesperson for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department told the news outlet that the probe is in its early stages. Did I read that right? Not one housekeeper. 4? 4. Where there's smoke, there's fire, they say. Just what they say. Let's give you some of the details if you can stomach them. Criminal investigation comes days after Robinson's former employees accused the 85-year-old singer-songwriter of being a serial assaulter. The women are seeking $50 million in damages. Attorneys for the plaintiffs said in a statement, the women intend to fully cooperate with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department's ongoing investigation in the pursuit of seeking justice for themselves and others that may have been similarly assaulted by him. Again, according to NBC. John Harris, one of the lawyers for the plaintiffs, described the women as low-wage workers and said they had not previously come forward in fear of public embarrassment and retaliation. One of the women alleged that she was sexually assaulted by Robinson at least 23 times between 2014 and 2020. 3 of them said they were also concerned that their immigration status would be impacted according to the lawsuit. It's no laughing matter. This is disgusting me. If the allegations are borne out, this is pretty disgusting. The Griot filling in more. Smokey Robinson's wife, Frances Robinson, is also named in the lawsuit, which accuses her of helping to foster a hostile working environment.
Okay.
Graphic details, as I said. If you
I'm good. How are you?
Joe 1 claimed Frances helped settle cases of other women who accused Robinson of similar misconduct. Robinson married his wife in 2002, just a few years before some of the sexual assault allegations reportedly began. Jane Doe 2 claims she was forced to resign from her role as the Robinsons' housekeeper after the 85-year-old's repeated sexual assaults and sexual harassment, according to the suit. The woman says she began working for the family in 2014. Robinson's alleged attacks on her began in 2016. According to the suit, reviewed by the New York Post, Robinson forcibly penetrated her with his erect penis.
Everybody who's coming on, would you kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed? I'd appreciate it.
Climaxing all over JD2's face, much to his satisfaction and her abject humiliation. If any of this is true, don't care how old he is, gotta pay. 3rd woman, Jane Doe 3, also worked as a housekeeper for the Robinsons from 2012 till 2024. It was then that the patriarch's continuous sexual assaults and sexual harassment against her ultimately led her to resign from the position. Doe 3 also claimed Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 20 times over the years. A 4th housekeeper, Jane Doe 4, also alleged sexual
Let me just say this before she continues. You know, these are some serious accusations that have been lodged against the legendary R&B singer Smokey Robinson. And if these alleged accusations are true, and if there's any fire where the smoke appears to be, Then there's going to be an explosive trial. And there are some things that do bother me. Why they talk about they were low-wage employees? Everybody is working for minimum wage. What does making low wages have to do with somebody being SA'd? Nothing. What does immigration status have to do with anything? If these things are that alleged to have been true, they should have been reported a long time ago. You don't allow somebody to abuse you 23 times. It should have been reported the first time. It doesn't matter about their status, their celebrity, how much money they make, who they are, where they live, what kind of car they drive, what type of neighborhood they live in. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So if these accusations are true, remember, all this right now is alleged. Their attorneys are trying to try what apparently may turn into a criminal court case, trying to try it in the press. And they're not looking good asking for $50 million in civil court. The money shouldn't even be the issue. Justice should be the issue at hand here. All right, let's get back to this video here. Thank you for everybody who's commenting in the comments section. I appreciate your comments.
Continuous sexual assaults and sexual harassment against her ultimately led her to resign from the position. Doe 3 also claimed Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 20 times over the years. A fourth housekeeper, Jane Doe 4, also alleged sexual misconduct from Robinson. She reportedly began working for the family in 2006 and resigned in 2024. She alleged her sexual assault began in 2007. Robinson, whose real name is William Robinson Jr., has denied allegations against him in the lawsuit. An attorney for the Grammy Award-winning star, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, called the accusations vile and false. So they agree, I'm sure, that things are vile. We'll see about whether it's true or false. Accuse their attorneys, the women's, of trying to enlist the public as an unwitting participant in the media circus they are trying to create. Despite his wholesome image, it certainly doesn't help that in recent years, the singer went viral over his 2023 album, Gasms, with the title track having lyrics like, "You're the one responsible for my gasms, my gasms, my gasms. You give me gasms." Or the 85-year-old's attempts at sexually gyrating at concerts.
What are you doing,
if you've
Smokey?
been to one of these Smokey Robinson concerts in his advanced years, and this is not about age, discrimination or anything, would you please write us? I need to hear from you if you witness some of that. I don't know what to think of him. Mom, I'm glad you're not here to see this. I'm glad you're not here to see this. We'll give you a little bit more before we get to the comments here. Gasms. Well, you know what? Let's just go with that. I think that's plenty, don't you, Jordan? We weren't there. We don't know what happened, but here's what I can say. 4 housekeepers spanning decades. The part that was like a knife to my heart and my womanhood and everything in me was not just the alleged assaults, but that these women were worried about their immigration status. This is sick. The allegations are sick.
Yeah, they are. And like you were saying, I don't care how old or successful this person is. If these are proven true, just get rid of them. But just whatever the punishment is, good. Yeah, just no qualms there. The other thing that I can't shake is that this 85-year-old man has a recent song called Gasms, and nobody in the process, from writing to recording to producing to mastering to publishing, no one thought this ain't it. Let's not this time. Like, you're a little too old for this. It's very bizarre. And I think you repeating that word and me seeing his face on the screen
Smokey's in
is going to
trouble.
be burned in my brain, I think,
he's in
until I
trouble.
die.
Yeah. I've not heard the track, but I tried to say it in a way that
I don't want to hear it.
it was meant to be. I could barely get through it. I'm nauseous now. I just don't get it. And no one told him. Who produced it? P. Diddy? We don't know. But here's the thing. He put it out. And if this stuff is true, he knew the allegations against him. And, there's that part about he settled some other things. Well, people settle sometimes doesn't mean that, I'm just disgusted by all of it. And if this is another man in a position of power, money, and fame who used it to attack, demean, assault multiple women over decades, it's serial, it's nasty, and I don't give a damn about the music, okay, or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Face the music.
And I agree. If he actually did these things, then he has to pay the price. That's the bottom line. And we're going to find out. All this has to play out in the court of law, and it will play out in the court of law. I don't know about this song called Gasms. I don't think I want to hear it. I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to be anywhere near it. I'll tell you one thing about me. If I'm being accused of something and I know I didn't do it, I'm not paying a damn thing. Win, lose, or draw. We're going all the way with it. I will stand on principles of integrity, and I'm not backing down. I'm not going to confess to anything that I never did. But I said a few moments ago, and I'm going to say it now, Smokey Robinson is in trouble. Just because somebody has been accused of something, and this is what you all need to understand out there, doesn't mean that they're guilty of it. Think about your life, growing up, being around people, and people accuse you of something. Did it mean that you did it? Well, we're going to find out. Smokey Robinson. He better get an awesome team of lawyers because they're going for the gusto. You have 4 different women claiming the same thing, Smokey. And apparently there seems to be a connect here, a pattern. And if this stuff is true, if these alleged allegations are true, then Robinson has to pay the price. So, let's see. This sucks because I'm really digging the Smokey Robinson Sirius XM channel. Oh, wow. I didn't even know he had a Sirius XM channel. Yeah, it really does suck if it is true because they're going to erase him. They're going to erase him anyway just because of the allegations. He'll become persona non grata, hands off. He's 85 years old. I feel as though his time is up. Once somebody's accused of something in that industry, they blackball you, lose their name, lose their numbers. They don't want to be attached to you or anything remotely attached to you when you're going down this road. And even if he's not guilty, the damage has already been done. They want $50 million, win, lose, or draw. That's why a civil case was filed first before the criminal case. But what they didn't know, once you sue somebody civilly regarding this type of accusations, then a criminal investigation by law has to be opened up. So I reserve my personal opinion until I ascertain and get all the facts and everything together. Thank you for watching Tyrone Bowman Live. Kindly subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. We're on the road to getting 2,000 subscribers. With your help, we can get it done. And I want to bring the stories before this camera that are important to you. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Never surrender. Never quit.